Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Magnetic Marketing. I'm your host, Lexi Forbes, and today we are doing the weekly cosmic guide. What's in the stars for you? We're talking about the week February 23rd, actually. I was supposed to say 24th, but February 23rd, Sunday, to March 1st, Saturday, March 1st, which can you believe we're finally going to be hitting March? I'm so grateful. We're currently in Pisces season, and I'm so ready for this winter to be over. Okay. I'm outside of Chicago. I live right outside of Chicago. So I have been dealing with, let me see. Well, it's actually kind of quote unquote warm. It's 24 degrees. That's how you know. That's how you know that you're getting used to it because 24 degrees is not warm. But when you live in Chicago and you're used to 2-degree weather, 24 degrees feels kind of good, especially if you have the sun on you. 24 degrees. Yeah, okay. All right. All right. Shout out to all my people who live in Chicago, New York, Canada, because I see you. Okay. We out here, we struggling, but we trying our best. We trying our best. Anyway, let's get back to the focus. We're talking about what to expect in your week ahead. And this week is all about forward momentum, emotional clarity, and preparing for a powerful new beginning. We finally have Mars retrograding, then we have a new moon in Pisces, and we have Venus retrograding in Aries. So it's like, oh, no, wait. We finally have Mars retrograde ending. That's what I meant to say. We finally have it ending, but then we have a new moon in Pisces and then retrograding. Venus starts retrograding in Aries. And so it's kind of like a little bag of mixed energy. But depending on how you're looking at it, it could also be about renewed energy and new energy. So let's start with Sunday, February 23rd. This is where forward motion finally begins. Mars retrograde finally ends. It's been in retrograding in Cancer since December 6th. And I remember that because I got married December 7th, which is just insane, really insane. Not that I got married, but that I got married when Mars was retrograding. So that will be in my wedding birth chart, which, yes, your wedding has its own birth chart as well. Your business has its own birth chart, but that's a whole different episode. So when it comes to the emotions, what can you expect? Well, Mars is the planet of motivation. It's the planet of inspiration, of taking action, of passion, of excitement. And for so many of us with Mars retrograding, we have not been feeling that. That's also why when everyone was like, oh yeah, New Year's resolutions, new year, new me. Boo. No, same you, New Year. And the reason being is because with all of these retrogrades that we were having at the time, but definitely with Mars retrograding, your motivation is just out the window. It's just going backwards. And so it's challenging for you to then take any real action that stands the test of time when Mars is in retrograde. So you might have been feeling really stuck or unmotivated. You might have felt emotionally heavy because it's in the sign of Cancer, which is a very emotional sign. But finally, now that it's going to be moving direct, this gives you the green light to finally move forward with confidence. So expect a shift from emotional frustration to emotional empowerment. Now, it's going to take a while because it's going to be at 17 degrees, I believe, Cancer for a while. And so for a few weeks, about 2 or 3 weeks. So the energy isn't going to shift immediately. It's going to take some time, but it is going to shift. And that's a good thing. You're finally going to feel like, I can breathe, and that's what's good. So let's talk about business. What can you expect on your business on Sunday? Number one, if you've been feeling unmotivated or emotionally drained in your business, expect a boost of momentum and clarity. Finally, things are going to start becoming super clear that it's like, oh, this is what I want to do. This is the next step that I need to take, and I'm going to do that next thing. And then now is the time to start taking action on any of your ideas or your projects that have been on hold. And I've been telling people on Instagram, put your stuff on hold because it isn't time until Mars finally goes direct. This is the time where now you can start to move forward. It may still be a little bit of a stalling energy because, like I said, Mars is going to be stuck at 17 degrees Cancer for about 2 to 3 weeks. That's that shadow period that we experience where it's the start of it moving, but it's still actually in its still in the same placement that it's been in. But the point is that you have the okay from the universe to kind of move forward, especially with issues around home or family or emotional well-being, because those are the themes that Cancer rules over. And it's also a great day. Sunday is a great day to set clear boundaries so you can move forward without emotional burnout. With Cancer, with Mars being in the sign of Cancer, this is a very emotional sign. And so you may have felt very much like just burned out and just uninspired. That makes sense because Mars was in that emotional sign of Cancer. So the way that you're going to be able to move forward is by recognizing what are the lessons that I've learned in the last couple of months when it comes to emotional burnout. I've experienced so much burnout myself, and I've also been witnessing that happening on my calls with my clients. A lot of people are burned out with social media, they're burned out with family life, they're burned out with their job. So what have you learned in the last couple of months that you can take into action right now and start saying, like, maybe it's time to transition out of that job, maybe it's time to transition your business, maybe it's time to diversify your marketing strategy. Like, whatever it is, it's now time for you to take those lessons that you've learned and turn them into something that will be either profitable or beneficial for you. Let's move on to Monday. Monday, February 24th, this is when the moon is now going to transfer into Capricorn, which we love a good Capricorn moon because this brings a grounded, focused vibration to your energy. You're going to feel more practical, more ambitious, and ready to get things done. Emotionally, there's a desire to feel stable, productive, and in control because this is where Capricorn isn't really known for its emotional expression, but it is important. Okay, hold on. My dog is about to bark. Hold on. All right. No, okay. He's not. he just drives me crazy here. Anyway, but the moon being in this grounded sign, this practical sign of Capricorn, it's not really known for its emotionality as much as it's known for its ability to think its way out of problems. And so you're going to find yourself feeling a little bit more emotionally stable, especially again now with Mars out of retrograde. There's this sturdiness that's starting to come forward that you can begin to expect. So focus on inside of your business, focus on tackling your to-do list. Now that your energy and your mindset and your emotions are starting to kind of stabilize, this is the perfect time to take action on that to-do list, finalize any projects, especially anything that you started back in November before the Mars retrograde began in December. Focus on tasks that require discipline as well, because since Capricorn is very much about discipline and grounded energy and taking steps, doing things right, doing it in a particular order, this is the time that you're going to feel this like desire to take action. So that's the point that this is the point. No, sorry, what am I saying? This is the time to actually practice that discipline and move forward. This is also the energy to set long term goals and create systems and refine your workflow. So look at, like, for me personally, right now, I just transitioned from HoneyBook to Moxie, which I'm loving Moxie. I just had so many issues with HoneyBook as my CRM system, and it was just not worth it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to transition. But doing it during a Capricorn moon is the perfect time to do this type of work because you have that energy of discipline, of practicalness, of logic driven type of energy inside of you. So it's the perfect time to kind of look over what are the things that are working in your business, what do you want to change? What do you want to transition out of or into? And then start taking action. Also, Capricorn loves progress. So if you can just check off at least one task that will move your business forward, then do that thing. All right. Let's talk about Tuesday, February 25th, and Wednesday, February 26th. This is when the moon will transition into Aquarius. And the moon in Aquarius basically shifts the focus to big picture thinking, to innovation and community, because Aquarius rules over being unique, it rules over community, it rules over the groups you belong to, it rules over networking and change, like that, but not just any change, but progressive change. So expect to feel more intellectually curious, open to new ideas, and ready to break free from old patterns. Emotionally, there's going to be a desire for freedom, for authenticity, and connection with like minded goals. No, not goals, souls. So, this is the time to connect with friendships, which Aquarius also rules over friendships. So, you may feel on Tuesday and Wednesday like this is the perfect time to go out and network and to meet with other people and to come up with fresh new ideas for how you want to approach your strategy when it comes to marketing or when it comes to your business and getting that message out there. This is the time to kind of be social and get yourself in that vibe of just connecting with other people. So reach out to your community, share your ideas, explore new partnerships as well. A lot of people are really scared to collaborate with other people, but I'm telling you, collaboration is where it's at. If you're trying to get visibility and you're trying to be seen, you need to collaborate with other people, whether we're talking about going live with someone on Instagram or writing on someone's Substack. The point is that when you partner with other people, you grow, especially if you have a Jupiter in Aquarius or a Jupiter in the 11th house. But that's a little birth chart reading for you. Focus on future planning and brainstorming and innovative solutions for your business. Like, what kind of things can you really like? Where Capricorn was about taking action in the grounded steps that need to happen in order to manifest what you want in your business. Now we're talking about what are the big picture items that you would like to dream up to manifest inside of your business. What are those things that you're like, if I could do anything, if I had the marketing budget of the century and I could do whatever I wanted, what would I do? And then start taking action as if you already have that in the bag. Start taking action as if like, okay, what are the big ideas that I really want to bring into my business, and then start doing them. And then create content that highlights your unique perspective and connects with your audience on a deeper level. Now, why do I say that? Aquarius rules over being unique and being different. So when the moon is in that sign, you naturally are going to start shining in a different way. You're going to start showing up in your individual best self. Now, the challenge is that a lot of people, when they find themselves standing out, they get scared and they're like, wait, maybe I shouldn't say this, maybe I shouldn't post that. But the truth is if you're feeling inspired to share a particular thought or do a process that's different than what you've done before, especially during this time, that's that Aquarius moon inspiring you to be that individual. And that when you take on that energy of being the individual, you're going to attract the type of energy that's attracted to that individualism that you have. And that's going to feel really good. It's going to feel really in alignment. So lean into that individualism that shows up on that day. Now let's move on to Thursday. Wow, we're moving through this fast. Thursday, February 27th, we have a new moon in Pisces. So this is all about setting the intentions. Whenever the moon is new, this is when you're beginning a new cycle. And so wherever Pisces lands in your chart, that's where you're going to start beginning a new cycle in that area. For me, Pisces rules over a little bit of my second and a little bit of my third house, I believe. Yes, a little bit of my third house and my second. So, what that is my second house is about values, is about money, is about possessions. And my third house is about siblings, communication, short term travel, my marketing strategy. And so, with that, that's what Pisces, I'm basically going to expect some new shifts and some new energy, maybe with the relationship with my brother. That's my sibling. Or maybe I take a different turn, which I can already feel that. And yet it's February for now, it's not even, it's February 20th. And I can already feel the shift when it comes to my marketing strategy. I'm starting to change a little bit about how I'm showing up and the way that I'm showing up in my business. And I know that it's because I'm already feeling that new moon, that new beginning with that Pisces. Plus, there's a ton of planets in Pisces right now. So if you are feeling very much whimsical or inspired to create something new, you're probably feeling that new Pisces energy too, because we have a stellium in Pisces. Like, there's so many planets in that sign. So when it comes to the new moon, set your intentions. What do you want to become new? Do you want a new mindset around money, especially if Pisces is over your second house? Do you want to? There we go. Hi, Cami. This is the baby. So look, he's like, I got something to say. I got something to say. What do you got to say, Cammy? Hmm? Anyways, so yes, so this is the time for you to go ahead and set your intentions of what is it that you want to manifest in, depending on where your Pisces is. Maybe it's over your family life, your fourth house. Maybe it's over your 10th house, which is the house of career, purpose, and legacy. Go ahead and set that intention. This is also the perfect and the last time for a while, because we have eclipse season coming up soon, which we'll talk about in another episode. But this is going to be the time where I'm sorry, Cammy is distracting me. Oh my god. Hello, baby. Oh, okay, hold on, you guys. I don't want him to get too excited because then he starts crying and being like, "Let's play." Um, but anyways, so what was I saying? Oh, and he loves to play with his toy. I'm so sorry, guys. We were doing so good on time, and then he just was like, "Hey, let's play." Okay, so anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh man. Oh, new moon, eclipse season. Okay, so with eclipse season coming up, that is not the time to put out your crystals and to put out your spiritual tools and things like that to be cleansed and charged. So even though I typically, for me personally, I like using full moons to cleanse and charge my crystals rather than new moons, but you can use a new moon as well. So if you do have spiritual tools that you want to cleanse with the moon's energy, then do that now. Don't do that under the lunar eclipse because it's a different vibe. And so we'll talk about that in another episode. Okay, on Friday, the moon will be in Pisces still. So this is still a time for deep reflection and creativity. You can still put out your crystals and things like that. But while the moon is still in Pisces, your emotions might feel a little bit more fluid, intuitive, and dreamy, especially with all of these planets in Pisces. I mean, there's so many of them. It's creating this like very intuitive, strong, spiritual sense of self that's coming through for you right now. And so on Friday, you may feel a little bit more sensitive and creative and spiritually connected. So allow yourself to feel this, allow yourself to dive into your spirituality. This is the perfect time to do deep meditations and to go within. Pisces also rules over isolation. So you might find that during this new moon in Pisces, and it's a new moon too. So new moon energy also tends to be a little bit more introverted because the moon is in the dark essentially. So it tends to be a more introverted time. Pisces energy is even more of an introvert because it rules over isolation. So you might not feel very, especially this whole week, honestly, with the moon in Capricorn. And then maybe on Tuesday and Wednesday with the moon in Aquarius, you'll feel that, like I said, that networking desire and that desire to connect with friends and things like that. But once we move into this moon in Pisces, that's where you're going to find that you want to kind of just be by yourself. And that's the perfect time to focus on your creative pursuits, your intuitive pursuits, and dive into all of that. Allow your creativity to just kind of flow and trust your inner wisdom. And then lastly, we have Saturday, March 1st. We finally hit March. I believe also daylight savings begins as well the very next day, I believe, or maybe it's the next week. So that will also feel really good to finally have a little bit more sunshine. But Venus, it goes retrograde on March 1st. Now, retrogrades don't have to mean the end of the world. I actually have a post on talking about what it means to have a retrograding in your birth chart. So go definitely check that out. I'll put it in the description. But essentially, retrogrades are a reset. They are a new beginning. And because this retrograde is going to be in Aries, this means that when it comes to your relationships, it's going to be under review. You're going to start looking at things and kind of revisiting those themes around, am I still showing up in my relationship the way that I want to? Do I feel like I'm being seen or respected or appreciated? Am I being seen for my desire and my self-worth? You're going to start to reevaluate, what do you truly want when it comes to your connections and how you assert yourself inside of those relationships. So if you have and especially if you have a Venus in Aries, you're going to feel this even stronger because it's your Venus return. And so one, you may find that if you have a Venus in Aries, that you may find that you find yourself thinking a lot about past relationships or beginning a new relationship during this time. Now, I wouldn't recommend starting a relationship during a Venus retrograde. Give it some time. But I do, you may energetically, you can expect that you'll start to reevaluate a lot of things. When it comes to your business, though, review your client relationships and your collaborations and your business partnerships. Are they still in alignment with who you want to be and with the vision that you have for your business? That's okay to take that time. And that's what retrogrades are really about. It's about reviewing things and looking back and seeing, like, let's pause, let's stop, and look at whether or not we are still in alignment. That's what retrogrades are all about. They are not about destroying your life and making it difficult. People fear monger, and that's just not what this is about. Not relationships, retrogrades are about reassessing and reviewing so you can succeed. It's taking a step back so you can take 6 steps forward, right? So the other thing is Venus also rules over money. So this is a perfect time to reflect on your money mindset. Listen, so many people make this mistake. They do a couple of things on money mindset at one time. Like maybe they read the book on, Jen Sincero's money making book. I can't remember the name of it. I don't remember something. But they read these books on money mindset and then they put the book down and they never review their mindset again. Listen, we are being inundated with messages around what money means, how to make money, why money is important, how important it is, the different ways that we can do it, if it's good, if it's bad. We're constantly being told something about money. It's on you to take it upon yourself to challenge those thoughts and relearn what money means to you. And if you want to have a healthy relationship with money, and if you want to bring money into your life, then you need to have a positive, happy, vibrational energy towards it. You can't have this energy of like, I hate money, I wish money didn't exist, or things like that, but then also be like, I really want to be abundant and I hope that I can pay my bills. Like, it doesn't work like that. So you have to be positive towards money. You have to have this positive energy towards it. Now, I'm not saying that if you're positive, that means that you'll become a millionaire. That's not necessarily true either, but it's a balance. It's all about learning to recognize when your limiting beliefs are standing in the way of your ability to create abundance for yourself. So look at your money mindset. This is a perfect time during Venus retrograde to reread books on money mindset, to listen to podcasts on money mindset, and look at what are some of the limiting beliefs that are stopping me and preventing the flow of abundance into my life. All right. So this is all I have for you guys for the next week. This is a great episode because we just did it in just under 30 minutes, which is perfect. It's what I like. I like short episodes. This is what you can expect when it comes to this week ahead. Let me know in the comments if any of this resonates with you. If you would like to get a more personal reading, then you can definitely go down to the description and choose to do a birth chart reading with me so we can kind of see what is happening in the stars for you, and also get an understanding of who you are, what your purpose is, what makes you unique, what makes you special, and how you can manifest using your own personal astrology. So we can figure out like what is activating your chart and all of that. And I would love to be able to do a reading with you. So definitely go to the description and choose to book a reading with me if that sounds in alignment for you. Anyway, that's all I have for you, and I will hope to see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful and beautiful day.